And good evening, everybody, and welcome to college basketball at ElmhuurstTV.com. It's the Blue Jays taking on Benedictine in the championship of the Bluejay Classic. But first things first, it's the consolation game. It's the Calvin College Knights versus the DePauw University Tigers. I'm Mark Vasco. Right now, the lineup's being announced to the crowd here in Elmhuurst. First things first, in the red is Calvin College. They come in at 4-6 under Kevin Vandestreek. And tough 82-79 loss to Benedictine last night gets them into this consolation game. Starting lineup, number 4, Brian Powell, the 6'1". He's a sophomore from Wyoming, Michigan at 8 points a ball game. Jordan Brink is number 12, a 6'3" freshman from Dyer, Indiana, 6 points a contest. The other starter for Calvin, Danny Ratz. He is a 6'6" forward, 11 points a game out of Niles, Michigan. Tom Snickers, a 6'4" forward. He's a senior, 16.5 points a game out of Jenison, Michigan. And Brent Schuster for them, a 6'10" senior center at 9 points a game from Denver, Colorado. DePauw in the white. They're being announced to the crowd as we speak. And for them, 13, Ross Simpson. He is at 3 points a game out of Mission Hills, Kansas. Drew Wills, 6'3" guard at 8 points a contest out of Hinsdale Central High School. Also Ryan Russell, 6'6" forward out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And Sean Hazley, we'll see him tonight, a 6'3" junior from Zionsville, Indiana. And their big man down low is Joe Berkfeld, number 45, a 6'7" senior, 14 points a game out of St. Louis, Missouri. So again, I'm Mark Vasco. Thanks very much for being here tonight at BluejayTV.com. And again, here in Elmhuurst, as we've got a doubleheader tonight of men's Division III college basketball. And again, Calvin and DePauw off of tough losses yesterday, trying to end this tournament on a winning note, as DePauw 6-4. They had a tough 61-59 loss to Elmhurst College last night. And DePauw in the white at 4-6. Calvin in the red. Again, they had a tough 82-79 loss to Benedictine. So here we go. So Calvin goes left or right in front of us, and they will win the tip. And first things first, it'll be Brink with the basketball. He'll drive middle, kick it into the corner for a 3 right away. That's good. Brian Powell gets him up and running with an early tray. And DePauw will come back on offense. DePauw, high right side, Simpson. He'll drive middle, stop. Now hand it off left side. And there's going to be a traveling violation. Looking for that little handoff down low left there. Drew Wills, number 14, with the walk. And Calvin will have it. It's Jordan Brink pulling out the play. Goes high left side to Ratz. Swing it around to the right wing. Look underneath. Can't find the cutter, so back up top again. Fake the 3. Take their time. 15 on the shot clock, so no hurry. High right of the arc now with it. Being patient. Just perimeter against that DePauw defense. Now back up top with 5 on the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. They'll take the 3 and hit it again for Powell. So a couple early threes. Gets them on top 6-0. And DePauw looking to get on the board. Go left baseline. The drive baseline. Now kick it in the corner. Great diving defensive effort by 12 there. Jordan Brink to knock it out. And slow to get up for DePauw. 15 there, Ryan Russell. He of the face mask. And he'll come to the sideline. So substitution for DePauw, 43. Ryan Seaver, 6'6", 235. Kalamazoo, Michigan. And DePauw in the right corner. Seaver comes to get it. Looking to get it to a guard. Can't really do it. So finally, the handoff right side. Try to dish low left, it's knocked away. Diving effort trying to save it for Calvin, but they cannot. A drive right side rejected. Great play again for Calvin and Brent Schuster to swat it away, but he could not save it. Out of bounds, still to the Tigers with 7 now on the shot clock. And they bring it into the right of the basket. Simpson gets into the corner right away for 3 that won't go, but they get the offensive rebound. Back up top. And now they'll look. So Hazley missed the first 3. But he was going to take the second one and didn't. Now we get a whistle. It's going to be a hold on Calvin. That'll be Danny Rotz. Quick timeout while we watch Drew Wills tie the shoelace. Now we're ready to go. Inbounds into the corner. Come back up top. Simpson goes down low right with it. They try to back their way in. The lean in, the banker, and the basket there for Berkfeld of DePauw. Gets them on the board, 6-2. The Calvin lead in the balls. They come into the front court, go baseline. Little scooping shot. Oh, wow, it did finally go on through, plus the whistle. And a chance for the three-point play. So hung on the rim for quite a while. They get the friendly roll, and they get the foul. And a chance to convert now. So Danny Rotz at the line. And that one good. So three-point play. And DePauw coming back the other way. Underneath. And a good little bounce pass underneath for Seaver to get the basket. So Calvin with the 9-4 edge. They'll take the three off the back of the iron. No, the long rebound, the offensive board there. So Calvin keeps it alive. Thanks to Rotz. Now he finds Snickers with it. Now they go right side for three, and that one's good. Brink will put it in. So Powell with a couple of trays, and now Brink adds one. And 12-4. DePauw. Almost got a 5 count there, really, but finally get it away. Skip pass left wing. Pass up the open three to penetrate, but nothing there, so back up top again. Wills gives way now to Simpson. 10 on the shot clock. Simpson will drive. They go Seaver for the long jumper for two that will not go, but they get the offensive rebound and then a reach-in foul before the shot attempt. So Bergfeld is fouled by Calvin. Foul will be on Brent Schuster. So his first. Calvin brings in number 50, Adam DeYoung, a 6'7" sophomore from Hudsonville, Michigan. And DePauw brings it in low left. Calvin also brought in number 24, Red Schneiders, and a whistle and a holding foul again on the Knights. This time it will be the man they just brought in, DeYoung, whistled for that one. So 16:49 to go, first half, 12-4. Calvin lead for now. Tigers will lob it up top. Severs. They go left side with it. Simpson. And they go all the way into the right corner. The drive baseline. The shot put up in heavy traffic will not go. Rebound to the ground. And finally, what are they going to call? I think they're going to call a jump ball. Yep, and the arrow belongs to DePauw. And so Tigers will keep it on the arrow after the jump ball call. So DePauw goes down low left. Back up Simpson now. Swing it around right wing. Take the outside jumper Wills. It will not go. Another offensive rebound though, and the basket there. So Berkfeld the put back. And 12-6 the Calvin lead as they come front. Brink has it. The left side, 44. Matt DeBoer in the game now for them. 6'5" sophomore. Down low left. The banker will not go. Offensive rebound, nope. Instead it's going to be the defense on the glass that time. Seaver for DePauw. Simpson. Right side with it. Hazley. Swing it around Simpson, now low left. Wills. Back up top for the Simpson three that will not go. The long rebound, still fought for and eventually picked back up on the little back tap there by the Tigers. Top of the key, Wills three, and that one will not go. It's a bit short, but another offensive rebound to keep it alive for the Tigers. Well, Calvin will finally come away with it. Just taking it away there was Brink. Now he'll get it back. He'll take the three, and Brink will hit it. So they've hit their threes very well, and seeing that, timeout called by DePauw. It's a 30. 15:09 for the half, and a 15-6 lead right now for the Calvin College Knights. And early on for them, obviously from downtown, it's made all the difference in the world, as they have yet to miss a three. They are 4 out of 4 from beyond the arc right now for Calvin. 5 out of 7 overall. On the DePauw side, just 3 of 10 overall, 30%, and they're 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. So 4 out of 4 on one side, 0 for 3 on the other. And I'll tell you the other stat that sticks out, and you would think the team with the 8 would be the leader, but DePauw has the early lead on the glass, 8-1 in rebounds, and yet they're trailing in the game, 15-6. So that they're doing well, but got to hit their shots as they come front. And it's Simpson. Ball knocked away, and good defensive effort there by DeYoung. As a matter of fact, forces the last touch there by Bergfeld to be on the sideline out of bounds, back to Calvin. You can see, nice crowd on hand here tonight. For the consolation game, the championship game still to come at 8 this evening. Into the paint for the Knights. Kick it back outside. Now the drive middle into traffic. The shot will not go. There's the foul. And see what they call. Looks like it's going to be a block. And that is the case. Foul going to be called on Hazley of DePauw. And that means for Calvin it will be Brad Schneiders at the line. He's at 10 points a game out of Hudsonville, Michigan, and the free throw good. For DePauw, as Hazley comes out, Tommy Weekly comes in, 5'10" guard, 8 points a game out of Bloomington, Indiana. And that one around and out. Rebound to the ground, fought for, and Calvin wins that battle. Take it back in the corner for a three. Well, they finally miss one, but they get an offensive rebound in the basket anyway. So Schneiders gets the rebound and the hoop off the miss. And they lead 18-6. On the dribble left wing for DePauw, it's 21, Pat Hagan. He'll try to drive, stops, so he has to go back out and a travel when he stopped. Yep, he slid a little bit there, and good call by the official. And the turnover, back to the Calvin Knights. And 42 for DePauw checking in there. Cameron Burns, 6'8", freshman out of Kentucky. So DePauw, tell you what, they've got a ton of size between Burns, Seaver, and Bergfeld. So they're running the glass so far, but not much else. As the shot blocked underneath, and what are they going to call? Out of bounds to Calvin. So just off the bench is Burns, and right away he gets a block, but Calvin will keep possession, baseline right. Rotz will bring it in. Gets the inbound, and they get the basket. Snickers there with the hoop, and it's 20-6, Calvin. They go right wing with it. For DePauw. Can't let this thing get away too early on their side. So back in the game for them is Russell. He has it now. Bounce pass into the right corner. And take the shot. 15 on the shot clock now as they go the opposite way. Ball temporarily knocked away, but they'll keep it. Now 8 on the shot clock. Simpson goes into the corner where they take the three, missed that one, and the rebound to the ground, and hustling for that one is Powell for Calvin. Go up top with it. The drive, little runner, will not go. Rebound battled for, knocked to the ground, but DePauw wins that battle for the boards once again. But they are down 20-6 with just about 13 minutes now to go here in this first half. Pull-up jumper, banker and good. Nice job to use the glass that time by Hagen. And 20-8 is the Calvin lead. Perimeter passing right now for the Calvin Knights. Now they get it down low. The leaner and the basket there. Good job for Danny Aratz against the traffic to put it in. So 22-8, Calvin Knights. Standing dribble there for Simpson. Now he'll drive. Kick it around in the corner. Take the three. Can't hit that one. And it goes off the shot clock, and they're going to call a foul. I'm going to call it on DePauw, I believe. And yep, it's going to be on Cameron Burns off the miss and the rebound attempt. So Calvin will come back the other way. Bunch of subs now for the Knights. Brent Schuster back in the game for them among them. Also, Schneider's back in as Powell has it. He goes right side, hands it off. Now the drive middle. Dish underneath of the baseline. Will not go initially, and then Burns the rebound for DePauw. Yes. Tyler Cruz couldn't put it in. He's a 6'9" freshman from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now for DePauw, the drive and the bucket. Michael Wilkeson, he had just come off the bench. 5'10". He's just a freshman guard from Cincinnati, Ohio. Powell, nice bucket there. Good body control, uses the backboard, and Ryan Powell puts it in. So 24-10, the Calvin lead after that one. Wilkeson, bounce pass low left to Burns, and he runs into the defender, and yet they're going to call him for the foul there. Schneider's with his hands outstretched saying, why me? What the officials say, wasn't set. So DePauw will have it. Officials, by the way, Kevin Mador, Ken Majarka, and Jim O'Boy for this first game here tonight. Baseline left for DePauw. They bring it into the corner now, right side. And in the corner, trying to get loose and not really being able to is Weekly. And finally back up top there to Wilkeson. He'll drive, reject it, and take it out of there by Krutz. Now Calvin on the move. Hit left side. Back in, and that one goes off the back of the iron for Schneider's. And the rebound for DePauw, and here they come. Wilkeson. Coming to get it there was Hagen. He's doubled and he's in some trouble, and he's going to have to call timeout, and a pretty heady timeout there because that had turnover written all over it. So DePauw will call time. Looks like it's going to be a 30. So 10:41 to go, first half. 24-10 is the Calvin lead, and right now Calvin overall 56% from the floor at 9 of 16. Well, they've missed one three-pointer right now, so 4 out of 5 for them from beyond the arc, 80%. DePauw right now, just 33% overall, 5 out of 15. And they've yet to hit a three. They're 0 for 5 from long range. Calvin 2 of 3 from the free throw line. DePauw has yet to take a free throw. How about the turnover stats? DePauw has 4 turnovers, which is really not all that bad. But Calvin doesn't have a single turnover yet. So if you shoot 80% from 3 and you don't turn it over, you're probably going to be leading. And that's the situation here. So despite the fact that DePauw is leading in rebounds 11-6, they're down in the game 24-10. And DePauw from the right baseline. Wilkeson finds a teammate underneath and will get fouled as he gets the defender up in the air. Does Russell and draws the foul. Foul on Schuster. So not a shooting foul, and DePauw will bring it in left baseline with a new shot clock. Wilkeson. Now Russell into the corner. They'll take the three. Missed that one as well, so they're 0 from 6 now from beyond the arc, as it was Weekly who does not connect. Now for Calvin. Back outside for the open three, and that one does not go. And I think there's going to be a foul on Russell. going over the top of Calvin's Tyler Cruz. And that's what the foul is going to be. And that is the case, so that means it's going to be Calvin ball from the right baseline. Looking to bring it in, Schneiders does so. Now they find a teammate, but then the blocked shot by Burns, so he's been active coming off the bench. And now DePauw comes back. Wilkeson did behind the back dribble, bounce pass. Burns misses the shot, and the rebound Calvin and Brink. Go to the baseline. Pull-up jumper, no. Rebound again for the Tigers. And Wilkeson. And he'll come to this top before finally coming to get it. High right of the arc there was Weekly. Now Wilkeson left wing. He'll drive baseline. So they kick it back outside. And they're going to call elbow eventually on the Calvin Knights. Schuster called for that one. And I believe that's going to be his third personal foul, so he'll have to come to the bench. Yep, that will be his third. Team 6. Calvin brings in number 44, Matt DeBoer. Also in the game for them, 22, Brian Haverdink, 6'4" junior from Holland, Michigan. And Calvin gets the rebound there. Back it away to start the offense. Go left side, look underneath, can't find anybody. And finally go right side. Haverdink. Now, left side there. That's Brink with it. Now they go baseline. Being patient. Look underneath, 8 on the shot clock, gonna have to get something going now. So they have to settle for the long 3 that does not go, but now a whistle on the rebound attempt. And let's see what they come up with. I think it's gonna be on DePauw. And it will be Calvin ball from the right baseline. I think what happened was they called Weekly for a little bit of an undercut on the rebound attempt. So Calvin will have it right baseline. First foul on Weekly. Team number 5. So they go right corner with it. Rotz tries to drive and can't, so they go back as the drive comes to the basket, and it's up and in for Jordan Brink. Nice job to use the backboard there. Now DePauw on the offensive side. 26-10 for Calvin. And the 3 that will not go, the rebound, and just coming flying through there was Rotz to take it away for the Calvin Knights. So another missed 3 attempt by DePauw, and they have not hit a single one yet. It's DeYoung. Finally down low left, backing his way in, and that's a travel? Yeah, I thought so. DeYoung backing his way in. It's called for the walk, and Tigers will get it back. 8:07 for the half. And front court now. Wilkeson will penetrate middle, underneath Russell. Back outside again. It's job by Calvin. They've been defending the paint and the basket very well here in the early going. There's the 3 low left, and they finally put one in. Drew Wills hits the tray for DePauw. Their first one of the day. They had missed their first 8 before they finally connected on a 3. Now, 3 by Calvin the other way that won't go. So Rotz will miss that one. DePauw the rebound, so 26-13, the Calvin lead. Simpson, number 13 with it there. Goes low right. Bergfeld, now they'll take the 3, that one will not go, and the rebound comes down to Calvin, but then hassled by a DePauw player. Inadvertently, DeBoer dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds back to DePauw. So you see at the bottom of your screen there, 7:05 to go in the half, 26-13. The Calvin advantage. Russell out, and it will be Ryan Seaver back in for the Tigers, who have it there with Wilkeson. Seaver now hands it off. And the running 14-footer will go. So Wills with a couple of baskets here of late, trying to keep his team in it. And 26-15. The skip pass there to Rotz. Didn't take it. Look underneath, can't find anybody, so back to the free throw line with it. Back out to Rotz left side. Look for the cutter, didn't go to Powell, instead they go high right with it. Now 9 on the shot clock. Back up top. 3-2, and just before the shot clock expires, they get the shot away. They miss it, but then Rotz will get the offensive rebound and the putback. So the good offensive board there. Turns into points for Calvin to make it a 28-15 lead. Wilkeson looks for a teammate and finds him. Berkfeld goes back up now. Simpson. He'll drive the right side of the lane, and there was contact after the pass, and they're going to call the charging foul. So after he passed it away into the corner, ran over Snickers, and Snickers able to draw the charge and what amounts to the turnover. Officials talking something over here. 5:51 to go in the half. Yep, I think they just wanted to make sure what the number was of the offender, and yes, it was 13, Ross Simpson, his first. So Calvin, nice lead on the ball. Yep, indeed. Elmhuurst. Bluejays.com and BluejayTV.com. Here at Elmhurst College out of the CCIW. As Calvin has it on the offensive end, and yep, the old head fake travel there. Turnover by Heberdink. Again, sometimes you use that little pump fake with your head, and when you do that, you drag the back foot and travel. And more often than not, that head fake turns into a turnover. I don't think too many players fall for that head fake anymore. All it really does is end up hurting you. More often than not, it seems to turn into a turnover, other than getting yourself open. Bergfeld will miss the shot, and Calvin comes back the other way in a hurry. Schneiders, they go right side with it. Snickers, and they're going to call him now for the travel. I don't think he agreed with that one, but he'll go back the other end. 5:20 for the half. 13-point Calvin lead. Turnovers, 5 on the DePauw side. It's now 3 for Calvin, as Wilkeson has it. Back up top, Simpson. Nice job to defend there right now in the half court by Calvin. Not really letting DePauw breathe for the moment. Just 9 on the shot clock now, so take the outside jumper, and he hit it. And tell you what, Wills, again, has done a nice job of hitting from the outside. And that time, didn't have many other options. He was able to beat the shot clock and get the basket. .11 lead, and a bad pass goes through the fingertips of Cruz. And now the Tigers, with a basket, can get back within single digits here for the first time in a while. Wilkeson. Simpson high right. Coming to get the handoff, and that handoff challenge, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Calvin there. Trying to deny that little handoff to Wills. Foul will be on Brad Schneiders, his second. We finally have the one and the bonus situation for Drew Wills. 6'3", 190, the senior. 8 points a game out of Hinsdale Central. And the free throw is good. So that's not too far from here in Elmhurst. Of course, DePauw from Greencastle, Indiana. 28-18. It's now just a 10-point Calvin lead. One more free throw yet to come. And around and finally through. So they've cut it down to 9. As Calvin comes front. Well, Powell hit those early threes and really hasn't taken a shot since. As the drive right side. Ooh. Good attempt that time by Schneiders, but sort of ran out of room and hit the underside of the iron. As DePauw comes back now. Heasley with it. Bounce pass low right for DePauw. Good double team. So they have to go back outside again, and the collision there, they're going to say offensive foul. So nice job by Schneiders to get in the way, and he was run over. And the foul called on DePauw. And they'll mop up the perspiration on the floor. Drew Wills picked up that whistle, just his first, but he'll come out. As Hagan back in for DePauw. And that's Powell with it here for Calvin. He'll drive left. Hard to the hoop, the basket there. Good aggressive move right to the bucket by Snickers. And it's 30-19 Calvin. Simpson goes back outside with it, Hazlett. Skip pass. Well, Simpson didn't take it. Now he'll drive left baseline. Find a teammate underneath, and the bucket there. Seaver uses his size and gets position, puts it up and in. Back to 9 again at 30-21 as we approach 3 minutes to go in the half. Powell. Lotz. Looks underneath, can't find anybody, so Snickers passed it away. Now Powell, the outside jumper, no, and DePauw the rebound. Kind of a key possession here. They can continue maybe to keep chipping away. Hazley. Simpson. They go into the corner. I'll try to go underneath, but it's knocked away and stolen, and Calvin. The Knights come back. Powell drives middle. The runner in the paint goes in. Brian Powell, sophomore from Wyoming, Michigan. So a couple of threes for him early. Gets that one as well. Now the long three. The back of the rim, but they get an offensive rebound. Bergfeld put it back up and in. Joe Bergfeld, 6'7" senior from St. Louis, Missouri. Now Calvin. They'll miss a three. And the rebound, Seaver. So Snickers couldn't hit it. 32-23 with 1:48 to go in the half. Simpson. The drive. They go in the corner. The open three is good. Hazley. And all of a sudden, this one getting a little more interesting now at 32-26 with 90 seconds to go until halftime. So DePauw claws their way back in it. Powell stops at the free throw line. Now they go back up top with it. The drive middle, kick outside, and it's behind Rotz. So the turnover out of bounds back to DePauw. So they're only down 6. They've got the ball with 70 seconds to go in the half. So Simpson will walk it up here. Seaver. Now they go low left. Back up top. The three. Around and off. Ooh. Hazley almost had another one. Now the Knights come back. They'll go baseline. Now back up top again. High right side there, Haverding. On left side. To Young. Now they go underneath. Oh, off the rim, no. And yeah, they fight for the rebound. There's going to be a foul called. As Snickers, number 30 for Calvin, got an elbow right in the jaw. And he's going to walk slowly back the other end. But regardless, the foul is against Calvin. Now that's a tough one. You get clocked in the jaw and you get the foul called on you. And it's back at the other end as Bergfeld at the line. Russell back in for DePauw now. So Bergfeld. Free throw is no good, and the rebound comes down to the Knights. 29 seconds. So they can use it all if they want here. Hand off up top. And yep, they'll just run it down. Snickers looks for the handoff. It's knocked away, though, and stolen away by DePauw. They've got plenty of time, 13 seconds. Simpson, high right. 6 seconds. Gonna take the three and hit it. 2 seconds, and that'll be it for the half. Huge three just before the buzzer by Hagen. And DePauw down by plenty here early. Fights back to hit a huge three just before the buzzer to make it just a 3-point game at 32-29. So in the consolation game of the Holiday Classic here, it becomes a good ball game, so don't go anywhere. Plenty yet to go in this game before it's done. And then the championship game yet to follow again. So Mark Vasco here at Elmhuurst College, and we've got a dandy on our hands after all. So Calvin jumps out to the huge lead early, double digits and more, but then DePauw working their way back in this one to make a game of it. And again, 32-29 here at the break as you look at me, but you also look at the fans in attendance here in Elmhuurst tonight. And tell you what, here in Elmhurst, Illinois, an uncharacteristically warm night, that's for sure, because they talked about rain that hasn't really materialized, but all the snow we've had basically melting away with the temperatures that have been in the upper 30s, and it's supposed to be crazy in the low 50s tomorrow, but believe me, we'll take it. But in the meantime here, it's 32-29. Calvin, at the half, looking at the numbers, well, the interesting thing is for Calvin, they hit their first 4 threes in a row to jump out to that big lead. Well, then they missed their last 5 straight. So after being 4 for 4, they go into halftime 4 for 9. While on the other side, DePauw had missed their first 8. But then they started to heat up a little bit. They finished 3 out of 14 from beyond the arc in the first half. So 44% from beyond the arc for Calvin, 21% for DePauw, but most importantly, those 3 came helping them get back into the game here before you go into the locker room. Now, Calvin overall, 13 of 30, so 43%. DePauw, 12 out of 30, 40% overall, so that tightened up a bit as well. Free throws, both teams are 2 out of 3. As far as turnovers, that also tightened up. At one point, it was 4 for DePauw and none for Calvin. Well, now it's 7 apiece as far as turnovers go here at the end of one half of play. Now, rebound-wise, that has tightened up as well. Actually, DePauw had a huge lead. DePauw actually led in rebounds 8-1 to start, but it's actually now 19-17. Tigers only lead that category by 2, but and more importantly for them, they started to hit some shots and got themselves back in this one and got some stops as well on the defensive end. So, again, as far as the team stats are concerned, the threes went in opposite directions of how things started. Now, for Calvin, as far as individuals are concerned, let's take a look at that. First things first, in double digits is Brian Powell. He has 10. He had a couple of those early threes for them to get them going. He has 10 right now at the break. Jordan Brink with 8. Danny Rotz with 7. Tom Snickers has 4. And then Brad Schneiders. He has 3 points overall. Their leading rebounder in the first half, Rotz. Besides his 7 points, 6 rebounds in the first half for him. So good first half effort for Danny Rotz. On the DePauw side of things, Drew Wills has 11 right now, the only player in double figures on their side. And after his 11, you go down to 6 for Joe Bergfeld, 5 for Pat Hagan. Then after that, 3 points for Sean Hazley, 2 for Michael Wilkeson, and 2 as well for Ryan Seaver. As far as leading rebounds, Bergfeld has 7. So he has 6 points and 7 rebounds in the first half of play on the Tigers side. So looking also at other things of note, Ross Simpson has 4 assists right now on the DePauw side. So nice job of running the show offensively. While Rotz has 2 assists on the Calvin side to lead them in that category. So nobody with more than 2 assists for the Calvin Knights right now. Again, this is the consolation game of the Elmhuurst Bluejay Classic Tournament. The championship game still to come with the host Elmhuurst College Blue Jays taking on the Eagles of Benedictine College of Lisle, Illinois. That is going to come up at 8 o'clock, and that game starts at 8 regardless of how long this one goes. Last night, as a matter of fact, they had almost an hour in between ball games, so they're not going to speed up the start of the second game regardless of what happens here as far as the first one is concerned. So again, Calvin leads at the break 32-29, and points in the paint, Calvin leads that 18-14. Points off of turnovers in the first half, Calvin leads that 15-12. Second chance points, well, Calvin leads that as well, 11-6. There has not been a single fast break point in this game. That's 0-0 as far as fast break points are concerned. Bench points, well, DePauw leads that 9-3. We have not had any ties at all. Lead changes, we have not had any of those either, as Calvin has led from the get-go. Matter of fact, Calvin led by as many as 16 in the first half, but it has been trimmed now to just 3 at 32-29. So second half will get underway in just about 9 minutes from now. We'll take a little timeout. I'll take a breather and grab a drink and then get you more second half action here of the consolation game. But again, as it stands, your Division III men's college basketball non-conference tournament action. It's a 3-point lead for Calvin over DePauw. Again, I'm Mark Vasco, and we'll come back after a bit and talk to you again as we get the second half underway, so stay tuned.
Had a great experience at Elmhuurst. I'm obviously involved with the volleyball program. We're like sisters. It was instant friends as soon as I came here. Every year the seniors get to pick places where we want to go for a tournament. So we've been to California, Colorado, Boston, and it's just been a fun experience because not only do we play volleyball, we also get to do touristy types of things. I would say we're pretty close because we practice 5 days a week for 2.5 hours. We're lifting, we're doing bonding things, and we're traveling on the weekends. So you're pretty much with these girls for 3 months every single day for hours. So we're all pretty close.
Wrestling here has been great. I've been able to achieve some of my goals I've set for myself, and I guess coming to a smaller school in wrestling, I got to be able to start right away and wrestle every year so far. Coming here and be able to compete right away is great. Since coming here in wrestling, I'm a 3-time All-American. I won a national championship this year, went undefeated. 2-time conference champion, conference outstanding wrestler this year. Me and Coach Bernard are pretty close. I go in there all the time and talk to him, not just about wrestling. And since coming here, I've been able to relate closer to my team and the coaches and stuff.
And we come back to the Elmhuurst College Bluejay Classic Tournament. Day number 2, this is the consolation game. As these two teams had rough losses yesterday, but playing in a very good basketball game so far here today. And again, nice job by DePauw to make this a game after falling behind by as many as 16 points in the first half. They have fought back here to make it a 3-point game as we begin half number 2. And again, a halftime 32-29 is the lead right now for the Calvin College Knights over the DePauw University Tigers here on BluejayTV.com. And Calvin, the visitors on the scoreboard for this one. And DePauw, the home team. Again, DePauw 6-4 after, again, that tough 61-59 loss to Elmhuurst College last night, where Elmhuurst got a key tip in just with a couple seconds remaining. Calvin here in the consolation game, now 4-6 on the year after also a tough 82-79 loss to Benedictine last night. So the Benedictine Eagles will take on the Elmhuurst College Blue Jays, and the championship game to follow coming up at 8 o'clock this evening here Central Time. So as you look at them on the floor again, DePauw in the white and Calvin in the red. And again, the key here was three-point shooting early on. As right out of the gate, Calvin hit their first 4 threes to help them jump out to that double-digit lead, and then missed their next 5 straight. Pretty much the opposite for DePauw. Missed their first 8 threes, and then hit 3 down the stretch in the first half to climb back in this thing now. Again, to be down by just those 3 points. So again, on the DePauw side, you've got Drew Wills with 11 to lead them, while Joe Bergfeld, their center, 6 points and 7 boards in the first half. Meanwhile for Calvin, 10 points for Brian Powell with 2 out of 2 from beyond the arc. But it's Danny Rotz with good overall first half of 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists on their side in the red, as both teams set to break the huddle and get back into action here. DePauw coming back on the floor. DePauw started out the year with 4 straight wins. They beat Franklin, Earlham, Rockford, and Ohio Wesleyan before falling to Wabash and Birmingham Southern, and won 2 in a row over Rhodes and Tryon to get back going before losing to Rose-Hulman, and then their loss yesterday. So Calvin will get things started. And that possession here, they started out their season with 2 straight losses before reeling off 3 wins in a row and 2 losses, and so they're a little streaky here early on. But the jumper there by Calvin, and Brent Schuster gets them up and running and gets that lead back to 5 at 34-29, and now DePauw comes back the other way. Simpson picks up his dribble and in some trouble here, and finally goes to Will's baseline, almost stepped out of bounds. And then Russell almost fell out of bounds, but eventually they get the ball underneath and get themselves a hoop there for Bergfeld. And now the Knights come back. Up top for them, Brink. Left side, Rotz. Knocked away from Powell, but he'll get it back. And now he'll take the outside jumper. Powell puts it in. Good shooting night so far for him. And 36-31. For DePauw. Left side there. Well, they step back, so he'll take the 3, miss it. Good battle for the rebound. Eventually, you're just going to say jump ball, but Hazley was open, took the 3. But thanks to the arrow, DePauw will hang on to it. And Simpson will come bring it in. Looking, and the lob way up top to get things started there. And Bergfeld finds Russell. Now Simpson. Swing it around to the baseline and Hazley. They cut off the baseline, so he goes back up top. And Wills will drive, throws it up in traffic. The collision, no whistle. Calvin back the other way. Powell goes to the right side for the 3. Danny Rotz continues his good game with the tray there, 39-31. And DePauw goes baseline. Russell back outside for the Hazley tray. That's good. So DePauw gets right back with a 3 of their own. And a good one here tonight. And we had 2 very good ones yesterday, and looks like this one's going to go down to the wire as well. Wasn't too sure about that early, but thanks to the pause run, we definitely have a game now as Powell with it. Powell back up all the way center circle now. Start over with 8 on the shot clock, though. Starts to run away as he drives, goes all the way, and nobody stopped him. He put it in with a little runner in the lane. Now DePauw in a hurry back the other way. Wills swinging around Hazley for the open 3 again, and good again for him. Boy, oh boy. Well, and they want a timeout. Calvin, no doubt about that. Coach Vanderstreek is like, hey, we can't leave him open like that. And he's going to call the timeout to remind them to the hot hand, don't leave him alone. But Hazley has all of a sudden got them back within 4 now, 41-37 with 17-10 to play in the game. So for Hazley, a couple of big shots here early on in this half. So individual points-wise, Wills with 11, but Hazley now with 9. And then they've got Bergfeld with 8 on their side. On the Calvin side, 14 now for Powell, 10 for Danny Rotz. And team-wise, Calvin's back up to 50% as a team, 17 out of 34. And they're also 50% from beyond the arc, so 50s across the board for them. They're 5 out of 10 from long range. DePauw now 43% overall, 15 of 35. They're actually up to 5 of 17 from beyond the arc. That's only 29%, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was to start with when they missed their first 8. So 4-point Calvin lead, at least for now anyway. Calvin will have it now following the timeout. At DeBoer. Inbound it to Brink. He'll come front with it. Look for a cutter. Nobody there, so I'll dribble it back to the free throw line. And go back outside again. There to Snickers. But knocked away and stolen away from him by Wills. To Simpson. Now kick it back outside again, Hazley. And well, he's not open for a shot now after that timeout. The talking to they had. I don't think they're going to leave him alone for a while. Outside jumper there, goes off the rim. Good position. And the rebound there by DeYoung for Calvin. They'll go left side with it there. Snickers bounce pass low left, trying to back his way in. Schneiders. And they're going to say a little too aggressive there on the bump from behind by Russell of DePauw. That'll be his second. And Calvin will bring it in left baseline. Looking underneath, and it's knocked away and stolen away. Nice job there by Ryan Russell. So DePauw with it now, and Simpson. Right corner, Hazley for 3, missed it. Rebound, good hustle by Hazley to go after it, but still going to be Schneiders who comes away with it for the Knights. An open 3 up top, Brink misses it. Rebound battled for, still volleyballed around, and finally Calvin, good save there by Brink to stick with it. Snickers up top. Now left baseline before they kick it back outside for 3 by Brink. That's good. Jordan Brink. (44-37). 7-point lead right now for Calvin. Simpson. Oh, good bounce pass to Russell, who didn't take the shot, so goes back outside because he saw Hazley open, who hits another 3. And I looked over and Coach Vanderstreek just sort of slumped back in his chair like he was open again somehow. Great job by Hazley to hit it. All of a sudden, 4-point game again, 44-40. Perimeter passing right now by Calvin. Then they go free throw line. Schneider's lob's underneath, but there was no shot to be had, so they go back outside again. And then a bad pass stolen away by Wills. DePauw goes up top. On the drive by Hazley. Back outside for the open Wills. Three in the corner. That's no good. Rebound tipped up almost in. And then finally out of bounds, but it will stay Tiger ball. And full timeout called for again by Calvin. And I think they're going to be again stressing about leaving Hazley open somehow. Keep it here with 14-16 to go in the basketball game and a 44-40 lead by Calvin. But again, try as they might, they have not been able to put the Tigers away in this one. And led by as many as 16 in the first half, but it's been trimmed down to 3 and now 4 for the moment. This is tonight. Yep, the championship game of this tournament still to come here online with, again, Benedictine taking on Elmhuurst. Elmhuurst, as we said, of course, the host school of this tournament from the CCIW. Benedictine from the NAC, the Northern Athletics Conference. Two neighboring leagues here in the Chicago suburbs. And Calvin's still 50%, now 18 of 36, while DePauw is up to 41%, 16 of 39. Turnovers, that's the other thing that's allowed DePauw back in this game. Right now there are 10 Calvin turnovers to just 7 for the Tigers. And as we said to start the game, it was 4 turnovers for DePauw to none for Calvin. So what a big turnaround in that category to help DePauw get back in it. So baseline left for the Tigers to bring it in, down 4 and with the ball here. A long way to go, 14-16 remains as the inbounds comes left side. Simpson looking, and there's going to be a hold away from the basketball there called on Calvin. Foul called, I believe, on Schneider's, and if it is, that's his third. Yep, and he's going to have to come out. So it's also a little bit of a concern now for the Calvin Knights. A couple different guys now with 3 fouls on their side. It's up top is Hazley. Hits another one. Hazley. Well, he's had the hot hand from beyond the arc in this half. Guess what? It's a 1-point game, 44-43. Wow. So Schuster and Schneider is both with 3 fouls for Calvin. As they go down low left there, trying to back in, a little jump step, and the shot that won't go, and a Russell rebound for DePauw off the miss by DeBoer. They can take a lead. They have not ever led in this game. They can right here. Boy, Hazley was open again in the right corner. They didn't see him. He's calling for it again. Well, they get it to him, but not open anymore. This time he'll drive, throw it up off the glass too hard. There was contact afterwards going for a rebound, and I think it's going to be on Calvin. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it will be against Haverdink of the Calvin Knights. Yep, that's the case. That'll be his first. DePauw will bring 10 Wilkeson back in the game, and he'll bring it in bounds here. Looking for the inbounds. They go way up top to Russell. Now Wilkeson comes to get it. Hazley with 15 now. He's pretty much been his team's offense in this half as he'll drive again baseline. They go up for a 3. That's good. They missed their first 8, and now it seems like they can't miss at all. Pat Hagan with that one, and they take their first lead of the game at 46-44. Trailed by as many as 16, now lead by 2. So Calvin now has some work to do as Powell will take the baseline jumper around and off. And then a battle there for the rebound and a foul called. And I think maybe on Russell of DePauw here. Yep, that's the case. So Hazley now with 5 3-pointers in this game. As they'll put his team back out in front. He had 1 in the first half. So he has gone 5 out of 6 from beyond the arc in this half. Or excuse me, 4 out of 6. Yep. 4 out of 6 in this half for him from beyond the arc. To help his team take their first lead. As a couple more subs, DePauw will bring Cameron Burns back in, that 6'8" freshman. Calvin brings it in. He'll take a 3, in and out. Seaver the rebound for DePauw. So the miss by Schuster. And now DePauw can actually build on this lead here. Hazley. Right there is Hagan. And dribbling now back up top. Weekly with 10 on the shot clock. Weekly will take the fade away and hit it. Wow. Tough shot there. Barely even faced it. I don't think he ever really even squared to the basket, but he put it in anyway, and their lead is 4. 48-44. Right side for the Knights. Powell in the double team basically has to go back outside, or they'll miss a 3, and the rebound Seaver, and they're going to call the foul over the top on Calvin. That's Tyler Cruz calling for the whistle. And so DePauw basketball. So they've got a 4-point lead and the ball. Well, as this game has changed. And it is Wilkeson. For a while, it looked like the Tigers were going to get run out of this gym. Now they're leading. Wilkeson. Back up top there, Weekly. He'll take the 3. Yep, he hits it. Well, they stepped back, gave him room, and he took it and drained it. And they hit another one. How about their lead now? 51-44. Unbelievable. As we approach 11 minutes to go. Man, they really heated up. And the shot will go in. And the foul and a chance for a 3-point play. And that gives the Knights, something to cheer about for the first time in a while as Schuster will go to the line. Burns called for the foul. So Brent Schuster, the 6'10" senior from Denver. 9 points a game at the line. Again, he's got those 3 fouls. They need him to stay out there as he makes the free throw and converts the 3-point play. And they needed that because now they're back within 4 anyway at 51-47. Powell gets a rest now for the Knights as well. Wilkeson. Drives low left. Gives it away. Gets it right back again. Spread it out now. Back pedals almost to half court here. Looking right side. Weekly's 15-footer. No. And the rebound comes down to the Knights. Schneider's taking himself into the front court. Way to Brink. Now Schneider's. Underneath, good pass. They find Snickers low right, and he'll bank it up and in. Well, 2-point game again. Wilkeson. They double him on the baseline. Good help defense there. So he'll just back up, take a 3. Well, they missed one for the first time in a while, it seems, and out of bounds back to the Knights. So from 3 now, DePauw, 9 of 23. And again, considering they were 0 for their first 8, that's pretty good stuff. Well, Calvin hit their first 4. Since then, they're 2 out of 10. The drive, Snicker. Oh, they got a hand on the ball, and they're going to call the foul there. That one could have just as easily been a jump ball call, but I think they're going to call the foul anyway. So it must have been part of the hand as well as the ball on that one. And so the foul there called on Hagan, and it will be Snickers at the line. That's Snikkers. As that one around and in finally for him. Now after a little bit of a breather, got Hazley back in there for the Tigers now. And the free throw here is good. So Snikkers converts. The DePauw lead has evaporated for now. It's a 51-51 tie. This is our first tie of the day. And it comes with just under 10 minutes to go. Ooh, Wilkeson jumps high for that one. Seaver, ooh, the pass was behind him. Turnover, their first of those in a while. And Calvin now has a chance to retake the lead. So we're knotted up at 51 in this consolation game. Here with the Bluejay Classic here in Elmhuurst. Snikkers will back away. Now drive, go all the way. Contact was made, and they're going to call the foul. As Bergfeld going to be whistled for that one, and 2 shots coming here for Snikkers again. That's just his first personal. So 9:16 remains. First free throw is around and in, so Calvin does retake the lead. Schuster comes out, and Heverdink back in for the Knights. And that one is good. So 2-point lead now for the Knights. Bounce pass low left for DePauw. That's Seaver. Hands it off. Wills looking for help, and finally Hazley comes to get it. He'll drive, go all the way, bank it up, no, but he gets fouled on the hand there as he went up to the hoop, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the second foul called on Snikkers. And Hazley at the line. And that first one on through. And that one no good, and the rebound comes down to the Knights. So it's now a 1-point lead for Calvin as they have it up top. Drive down, low left, banging his way in there. Snikkers flings it out. Schneiders, and he'll go baseline all the way, bank it up and in. Well, nobody stopped him, and Schneiders kept going. And now they have a 3-point lead at 55-52. Wills, he'll back up. Hazley. He'll get it back now in the corner, take the 3. Missed that one though. And the rebound tipped to the Knights, and here they come. Brink with it now. Brink back up top, Schneiders. Snikkers will drive. There's a little jump stop, and they're going to call the little bump there. And the foul on DePauw. And there's no shot involved, so Calvin will bring it in left baseline. A couple more subs there. So 8:01 remains. 16 for Hazley. 11 for Wills on the DePauw side. For Calvin, they've got 4 players in double digits right now. The bounce pass low left. Nothing there, so back up top, Snikkers. Got 14 for Powell, 11 for Brink, and then 10 apiece for Rotz and Snikkers. Snikkers backs his way in, turns, shoots, no, and DePauw the rebound. That'll be Simpson. And there's going to be a timeout called by DePauw. So full timeouts. We'll take the break this time. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to play in this basketball game. And it's a dandy right now as 55-52. Calvin leads DePauw by 3. And we're going to come back with more after this timeout.
I've had a great experience at Elmhurst, I really have. I think that the college is all about making the individual like well-rounded, and I do think that I have grown up a lot since I've been at college. I've played soccer and I'm in the nursing program. Kind of everything just fell together. The team was just so like nice and welcome. My freshman year we went to Brazil for preseason, and that was like the coolest thing ever. So it was just our team. We stayed at this big like soccer resort, and there was like all these fields and all these little kids playing, and then we just had our own field, and we played against different Brazilian teams. It's been great, and I've made so many new friends. The soccer aspect, I think that I've kind of got a family there, and I just love it.
So 7:35 remains in a 3-point game right now. It's been actually a little bit of a seesaw battle now in this second half, as it was pretty much all Calvin for the majority of the first half anyway, before DePauw made their late run. So again, DePauw was down by as many as 16 and took a lead here in this half. Before now Calvin took it back, but DePauw with it now, and Hazley. Simpson. Gonna go left baseline, and a little bump foul, a little too aggressive there to jump out for Haverdink, and he'll be called for the foul. And championship game still to come. It'll be an 8 o'clock start for Elmhurst and Benedictine. Bounce pass to Powell for an easy basket there. Good inbounds play for an easy hoop, and it's back to a 1-point game. Powell. Down low, can't find anybody, so Rotz will pass it back. Back up top now. Schneiders. Free throw line to Cruz, and Schneiders will get on the give and go in the basket there. Brad Schneiders, the senior. And now Simpson. Back up Wills. Hazley. Defense all over him now. Matter of fact, Schneider's right on top of him after he picked up his dribble, so has to go to Wills, who kicks it to Powell. Ooh, misses the shot. I think Calvin got a hand on it there. Somebody had a block. And they get the rebound as well. Schneiders fakes the 3. Then takes the long 2 instead, and he hits it. Schneiders. All of a sudden, they're up 5 now at 59-54. 6:15 to go. Wills backs his way in, spins in traffic, the double team. It's knocked away, and the Knights will come back. Powell with it. Go left side, look underneath, can't find anybody, so. Right side for Schneiders. Rotz. Schneiders trying to back in and turns. Shot put up around and off, and the rebound put back up. Another miss, another offensive rebound, and eventually the basket there. I think that was Danny Rotz. And a DePauw player tried to draw the offensive foul there and fell backwards, and the officials didn't buy it. And now Hazley for 3 that will not go, but Powell's the good offensive rebound to keep it alive. Left side, Wills will go baseline. Flip it out, Hazley, he'll penetrate. He gets doubled. So the drive there for the offhand, it will not go for Bergfeld, and Calvin another rebound. Powell finds a streaker to the basket there. Cruz for the bucket. Timeout called. Big basket there, and a timeout as well. So 4:59 to play in the basketball game, and it's a 30. We'll keep it here, so a nice run by Calvin to put them back out in front by 9 again. So the roller coaster continues. And Calvin lost a big lead, now trying to build one back up again. So 63-54, 4:59 to go. Again, I'm Mark Vasco, happy to be on hand here for this tournament action here at Elmhurst College. Division III men's play. Well, they've got some women's play coming up tomorrow on Elmhurst College's TV station here, BluejayTV.com. I think my buddy Tim Calderwood will have the action tomorrow night for you. Thanks to Mark Kruger for helping us out last night. So you've got the three different guys, 3 different nights in a row here on BluejayTV.com. We're enjoying our time here tonight on this holiday week. And enjoying this game, too. This has been a heck of a ball game. We've had 3 great ones in a row. I hope the championship game to come is just as entertaining as these first 3 of this tournament have been. We'll see how this one turns out. Wilkeson will walk it up for DePauw here, as they need to get something going again. Powell high left. Want to get it low left. Simpson back outside. Oh, that time, well, Hazley got open for the 3, but he had it rattle in and out. And he's had 4 threes this half, but he's missed his last couple of them. And now Calvin the other way, trying to get it to double digits again. It's not been double digits in this half yet. It was in the first for quite a while. Schneiders will drive baseline, reverse layup, good. And Calvin now starting to pull away here, 65-54. Wilkeson goes right side, Simpson. Oh, in heavy traffic, basically a triple team. Hazley put up the shot and draws the foul, and they'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Sean Hazley, the 6'3" freshman out of Zionsville, Indiana, go to the line for DePauw. Both teams with 6 team fouls, so it'll be 1 in bonus here for either team next up, basically. It was 4:03 to go. And the free throw by Hazley is good. (17) for Hazley. His teammate Quills has 11 on the Calvin side. 14 for Powell. And they've got 12 for Rotz, 11 apiece for Brink and Schneiders, and 10 for Snickers. They've got 5 guys in double digits on the Knights side. Hazley makes that one. So 9-point lead on the ball here as we get to 4 minutes here for the Knights. Brink. Schuster. DeYoung went to the right side, and that's Rotz with it. He'll drive baseline, stop, take the pull-up jumper, and hit it. Danny Rotz, 6'6" senior from Niles, Michigan. As they're back by 11 again. Wilkeson in the corner. The open 3 will not go for Weekly, and Knights will come back again. Obviously not in any hurry to shoot right now, with an 11-point lead in the ball. Rotz goes low right. A good spin move by Snickers. He gets bumped from behind, so he missed the shot, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 anyway. So Tom Snickers will go to the line, the 6'4" senior from Jenison, Michigan. Second foul on Simpson of DePauw. Free throw rattles on in for Snickers. He'll make a substitution, and 40 in for 50. Cruz is in for DeYoung, and again, Tyler Cruz, 6'9", 220, a freshman from Grand Rapids. For Division III, these two teams, they got a lot of 6'9s and 6'10s, which you don't necessarily see a whole lot, as that free throw is good. Especially if you're 6'9 or 6'10, you're Division II or Division I if you can play, and these guys can play. Right side is Simpson. Outside the 3 there, in and out, and the rebound comes down to Calvin as Weekly could not connect. And Calvin looking like they're going to salt this one away now finally after they had a scare here early on in this half. Yeah, taking charge once again here though. And again, they'll spread it out, run clock. Now drive middle. And why not? 14 on the shot clock, so why not use it all at this point when you're already up by 13? And finally a reach in there. And Weekly, a little bit of a frustration. With 8 on the shot clock, fouls someone almost near half court. Not necessarily what you want, especially now when it's 1 in bonus. Here for Brink. So at the line, it's Jordan Brink. And that one rattles on in. He'll get one more. So 70-56. And that one goes on through. Well, both these teams can certainly score points, though. Calvin had a win over Trinity Christian not too long ago, 90-79. As Simpson drives, can't get it to go. Volleyballed around. Calvin comes out of there with it. That was Cruz. On the DePauw side, they had 97 points in a win against Rockford College earlier, 91 in a win against Tryon. So these teams can put points on the board, that's for sure. Again, just running a high weave basically to run clock here with 2 minutes to play now. And a big 71-56 lead here for Calvin. So no hurry. As it's Brink now. 8 on the shot clock, so now it's starting to get serious. Snickers will drive, go all the way, get hammered, he'll shoot 2. So really did just what they wanted to do, used all the clock and go to the line, a chance to put some more points on the board after running it all the way down. So Snickers, he is 6 of 6 from the stripe tonight. He has 12 overall. And makes it 7 out of 7 and 13 points. And that one goes on through. So 73-56, and I'll tell you what, in the box score in the paper in the morning, this is going to look like a blowout, which it really was not. As DePauw will take a 3 in the corner, miss it. Rebound comes down, fought for, and eventually Weekly saves it for the Tigers. Hazley spins, drives, throws it up in traffic, no, but draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, I tell you about balanced scoring for the Knights tonight. Powell has 14. Snickers has 14. Rotz has 14. Brink has 13. So four guys just about the same. And then after that, you go to 11 for Schneider's. So 5 guys in double digits and all just about the same. Hazley at the line, 73-57. 1:26 to go, as you can see there at the bottom of your screen. Hazley with another one. And he was the guy that helped bring this team back to actually even lead at some point in this half. Thanks to his threes. He misses that one, though, and the Calvin rebound by Schuster. And Hazley with 18 points. 11 for Wills. Dribble up top again, just run clock. If they can, that's Rotz with it now. Way back up top to Brink in the center circle. 12 on the shot clock, a minute on the game clock. Snickers with 6 on the shot clock. He'll take the 3, short, and DePauw comes out of there with it. Hazley, oh, great job. The jump out on him defensively. He'll eventually miss the shot and the rebound out of bounds. Back to Calvin as Brink got right in his face to prevent the quick 3 for Hazley there, and eventually Calvin gets it back. And timeout for DePauw. So 43.7 to play in the game, and a 73-57 lead, and DePauw taking a timeout and, you know, playing it all the way down to the end here. And why not? So again, we'll get the final stats when it's all said and done, but a game where Calvin led by 16 in the first half, but a great comeback by DePauw had them up 6, I do believe, in the second, before, again, Calvin would retake the lead and start to pull away here. And guess what? Lead by 16 again. So kind of a strange game in that sense. But again, Hazley now with 19 to lead DePauw. Again, only one other player in double digits. We said 5 in double digits for Calvin. Calvin, well, part of the reason they're going to win this game, 51% shooting from the floor tonight. You shoot over 50, and it's going to be hard to beat you. 27 of 53, 51%. While DePauw, right now, just 36%. They just flat out didn't hit enough shots. 21 of 58 for them. 9 of 30 from beyond the arc. So Hazley really didn't get a whole lot of help as far as shooting. It's the pressure, and the ball knocked away, but again, Calvin will keep it with 40.6 to go. And again, Schuster will do the honors here. Having a tough time getting it in, and no, as it's still kicked around, finally DePauw comes out of there with it. Oh, they tried to go to Hazley in the corner, and it was stolen away by Heverdink, and he's getting fouled, and that means they'll go to the other end. They go to the stripe and take a couple shots with 32.7 to go. Heverdink, 6'4" junior from Holland, Michigan. So 10th foul, so super bonus, 2 shots here. As the free throw is good. And that's the other thing for Calvin today. You look at the stats that made the difference in this one, free throw shooting. Calvin has been outstanding from the free throw line. We've got him for 13 out of 14 in free throw shooting. Is that one good as well? 6 of 9 for DePauw. That's not bad, but tell you what, it's outstanding on the other side. So 75-57. Outside jumper there. Berkfeld misses it. And the Knights will get the rebound with 19 seconds to go. So really all they have to do is cross half court. And once they do that, don't really have to shoot. So they do get in the front court, and now they can run it out with 9 seconds, and probably will here without taking the shot. As it's going to be a 75-57 final here. And so Calvin will take the consolation game. Impressive comeback after that their initial lead get away. So your final, 75-57. And doesn't really seem like that was, you know, the type of game that it was, really. Especially because early in this half, DePauw actually had a lead, but then it was all Calvin after that. And they run away with it, 75-57. So they take the consolation contest, come out of this tournament 1-1. So Calvin raises to 5-6 overall in the campaign as you watch both sides shake hands there. DePauw drops to 6-5. Again, Mark Vasco here at Elmhuurst College, here at BluejayTV.com. Game 1 in the books. Game 2 is still to come. We'll give you the full final numbers of this game coming up in just a second. And then coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have the championship game for you of this little tournament here, this little 2-day event at Elmhuurst College, as it will be the Elmhuurst Bluejays taking on the Eagles of Benedictine. And that game will actually get started almost an hour from now, so they're not going to speed up the beginning. It'll actually be about an 8 o'clock start for the championship game, and it's only 7:05 now, so we've got a ways for the championship game. But let's give you the team numbers then for this one first off. Again, Calvin does finish at 51% at 27 out of 53, so nice job from the field for them, 51%. And they finish, you know, a respectable 6 out of 15 from beyond the arc. That's 40%. Again, they were outstanding from the free throw line. The official 15 of 16 in free throws for Calvin tonight. That's 94% from the stripe as a team. Turnovers, they had 11, which is not a bad number at all. If you're DePauw, you only had 9 turnovers for the game, and it's hard to believe you would lose by that many if you only had 9 turnovers. That's a great number, but again, they just didn't shoot well enough. 36% from the field for DePauw, 21 of 59. 9 of 30 from beyond the arc, 30%. 6 of 9 free throwing, 67%. Again, just 9 turnovers to Calvin's 11. As far as rebounds are concerned, the final tally there, Calvin pulls away and wins the day on the boards, 38-29. And DePauw actually led on the boards at our first time out. They led it 8-1 in rebounds. Well, it must have been all Calvin after that, because Calvin actually wins the battle on the glass, 38-29. As far as individual scoring is concerned for the victorious Calvin Knights, again, 5 players in double figures. Great balanced scoring. Brian Powell with 14. Danny Rotz with a double-double today, 14 points and 10 rebounds. Tom Snickers with 14. So 3 players with 14. And then Jordan Brink had 13. And then after that, Brad Schneiders had 11. And he had 5 rebounds. So how about Brad Schneider's day? 11 points, 5 rebounds in just 17 minutes of play today. Nice job for him. Indeed, so those 5 players in double digits. After that, 5 points for Brant Schuster, and then 2 for Brian Heverdink, and 2 as well for Tyler Cruz. He pulled down 4 boards in his 17 minutes of play as well here today. On the DePauw side of things, 2 players in double digits. Sean Hazley, great game tonight, 19 points, 5 of 13 from beyond the arc, but he had 4 trays early in this second half to get his team the lead, and he missed a few down the stretch, but it was his 19 that helped him take at least a short-lived lead early on in half number 2. So 19 for Hazley, 11 for Drew Wills, but he was pretty well shut down in the second half, though, as again he had those same 11 at the half. So they did a great job of shutting him down in half number 2, as he missed 4 shots. He only took 4, and he missed them all in the second half after his good half number 1. But 2 players in double digits. After that, 8 points for Joe Bergfeld with 8 rebounds. So good overall game for him at 8 and 8. After that, 8 points for Pat Hagan. And you go 5 points for Tommy Weekly, 2 for Brian Russell, and then 2 for Michael Wilkeson. No points in the paint. Calvin dominates there in the paint, 34-18. The points off of turnovers, Calvin wins that 19-15. They win the second chance points, 16-13. Well, not really fast break points to talk about. Calvin wins fast break points 2-0, really. As far as bench points, well, DePauw takes that in a close battle, 17-15. There was just 1 tie game. It was at 51 all. That was the only time it was tied all day. Just 2 lead changes. But the largest lead for Calvin, well, they led by 16 in the first half. Then actually DePauw, they had a 7-point lead early in the second. So that's how big a swing this was. Calvin up 16, DePauw makes a run to go up 7, and then Calvin comes back and leads by 18 late and wins it. Again, 75-57 is your final score here tonight. So again, Calvin up to 5 and 6, DePauw drops to 6 and 5. So Calvin takes the consolation game here in this tournament at Elmhurst, with the championship game yet to come here. Elmhurst and Benedictine, and we'll take to the air just shy of that 8 o'clock tip-off again back here on the Elmhurst College website. So again, I'm Mark Vasco. We thank you for being here for this one tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and again, stick around, come back in just a bit under an hour. We'll have another full game for you here on the Elmhurst website. Again, it's the championship game of the tournament, Elmhurst and Benedictine. Until then, have yourselves a great night.